Hey guys, this is Nathan, 7A math teacher, and for this video we're going to go over 1.4 integers. So you might notice that this is a repeat of a video, but this one's more to the point, and this is coming up with a new PDF. So check out the website or your Google Classroom for the uploaded PDF that you can download for free. Okay, let's get started. So 1.4 integers. Before we go over integers, well, let's go over whole numbers. Whole numbers are basically numbers from 0 to infinity. And those numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so on and so on. Again, you can draw a number line. And as you go to the right of the number line, numbers gets bigger. Example of whole numbers: 0, 7, 212, 1023. Examples of non-whole numbers: 1/2, 1.1, and 3.5. Well, integers are basically whole numbers, but they also include negative numbers. Again, but still no fraction or decimal allowed. So integers can be negative, -1, -2, -3, positive 1, 2, 3, or 0. Examples of integers: -16, -3, 0, 1, and 198. Examples of non-integers: 1/2, 1.1, and -3.5. So how do we plot integers on a number line? We're simply going to find the given value and then draw a dot on the number line. So here we have plot 2 and -4 on the number line. So first of all, let's find 2 on the number line. It's right here, so we're going to draw a dot on top of that number. And -4 should be all the way right here, and we draw a dot over there. So that's how you plot integers on number line. Moving on, which number is bigger? Looking at the graph, which one is bigger? 2 or -4? It's 2. So the symbol is like right this one, greater than. And why is 2 bigger than -4? Well, because -4 is negative, first of all, and second of all, 2 is to the right of -4. If the number is to the right of the number to the right is always bigger than the number to the left. So here's a quick recap. If A is to the left of B, that means A is less than B. Shown right here, A is less than B. If A is to the right of B, then A is greater than B. A is greater than B. In this case, A is 2. A is 2. So that means we're going to look for this one. 2 is to the right of -4. That means A is greater than B. So we draw the symbol. Pretty straightforward. Let's do a couple examples. We have -3 and -1. Here we're going to first of all plot numbers. Here's -3 and here's -1. Since -3 is to the left of -1, that means -3 is less than -1. Now let's try another one. We have -5 right here, and -2 is right here. Now Is negative 2 greater than or less than negative 5? Going to be greater than. Why? Because negative 2 is to the right of negative 5. That means it's greater than. Now let's move on. Ordering integers. So what we're simply going to do is we're going to take what we learned from comparing numbers, and we're just going to extrapolate it with ordering integers. So first of all, what you should do is draw a number line and then plot the numbers. Here is negative 7, negative 4 is right here, negative 1 is right here, 0 is right here, 8 is all the way right here, negative 2 is right here, and negative 8 is right here. Again, you guys don't have to be pretty when you plot your numbers, as long as you plotted the correct numbers. And then let's go order it. So your first number is negative 8, negative 7, negative 4, negative 2, negative 1, 0, and 8. Okay, that's pretty weird. Okay. Okay, something's weird happening. Okay, let's ignore that for a second and let's move on to keywords. New keyword, opposite. So opposite are basically the numbers that are in opposite position in the number line. So negative 6 is the opposite of 6 and vice versa. So if the number is negative, the opposite is the positive version, and if you have the positive, the opposite is the negative version. Okay, that's basically what it is. So let's start. 8. What is the opposite of negative 8? 8. What is letter B? What is the opposite of 4? Negative 4. Opposite of A? Negative A. And the opposite of B? Negative B is simply B. And that's basically it. You're just going to just switch the signs. Note, the expression negative 10 can be read as the opposite of 10 or negative 10. And you get this one will come back to us when we start adding and subtracting negative. So please memorize this part. This allows us to add and subtract negative, and divide and multiply. Anyway, you can extend this to the variables too. Negative A can be read as the opposite of A, and the opposite of A can be read as negative A. And that's basically it. moving on to the last part of 1.4. What is the absolute value? Well, absolute value is how far a number is from 0. And it uses a symbol like that. A vertical equal sign. Anyway, find the absolute value. So in this case, we have 5 right here. So how many steps is 5 from 0? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That means we have 5 steps from 0. That means the absolute value is, what's the absolute value? 5. Moving on, what is the absolute value of negative 3? Again, we're starting here. And how many steps is negative 3 from 0? 1, 2, 3. That means the absolute value of negative 3 is positive 3. How many steps is 0 from 0? What is the absolute value of 0? How many steps is 0 from 0? Let's start. 0. How many steps is 0 from 0? 0. That means the answer is 0. And last one, how many steps is negative x away from 0? It's going to be x. That's it. Essentially, the absolute value makes your answer 0. I mean positive. Okay, let's erase it. Last part, evaluate the expression. So this one, we're just going to replace y with negative 9. So let's start. Negative y is essentially becomes negative and then negative 9. Y negative, this negative is this negative, and the negative 9 is the same, okay? We're not going to lose the negative of the y just because we put in another negative. And this basically says opposite of negative 9. What is the opposite of negative 9? 9. So your answer is 9. Very simple. Again, if you guys got stuck here, you should have think of another way. Hopefully you went checking the notes you got so far. And if you didn't, then now you guys know. So you guys won't be stuck in this cancer problem anymore. Last problem for this topic. 19 minus the absolute value of y. First thing first, rewrite the expression. 19 minus the absolute value instead of y is going to be negative 9. And what is the absolute value of negative 9? 9. So now we got 19 minus 9. Absolute value of negative 9 is 9, just in case you forgot or you got lost. And then 19 minus 9 is 10. So that is your final answer, 10. and this is 9. Hopefully you guys got it much better than this is the shortened version again. I have a long version, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. See you next video. Goodbye.